Eu sou Sérgio Teixeira Júnior, editor da revista Exame, e vou conversar agora com Chad Hurley. Chad Hurley é cofundador e CEO do YouTube, o maior site de vídeos do mundo que foi comprado pelo Google. O Chad Hurley veio ao Brasil pela primeira vez e ele vai conversar com a gente um pouco sobre o crescimento do site, que é fenomenal, e também sobre as perspectivas de lucratividade, porque o YouTube até hoje é um site que dá prejuízo. Okay, so Chad, thank you for taking the time. My first question is, I think a question you've been asked many times here and elsewhere about YouTube becoming profitable. It seems that people outside the company are more worried about that than you guys yourselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why everyone's talking about it. We're part of Google. You know, Google is a great company, has a great business. You know, obviously people want to understand the opportunities that we're developing. You know, looking for the reasons why Google made such a large acquisition, kind of to be able to justify that move. But you know, for us, it's been a great opportunity to continue to focus on our users and our community, to have the resources to build out the infrastructure, bring on the individuals that we need to continue to have the site continue to run on a daily basis, and to do that faster on a global scale. So being part of Google has just accelerated all of that. I think, you know, one of the frustrating things being part of Google is you can't necessarily talk about all the speculation. Right. We can't talk about specifics. What we can say is that, you know, the numbers that are out there are greatly exaggerated, that the costs of running the service are much lower, and the amount of money we are making on a quarterly basis is much higher than what's out there in the press. And those two trends continue to work in our favor. Things become cheaper, and our advertising solutions become more effective, and we bring more partners onto the platform. So for us, we're in a great position. And even though we're in the middle of a kind of a economic crisis, last quarter was our best yet. So if anything, we're looking forward to what the future holds for us.
When the acquisition happened and today, is profitability an issue from Google to work with you guys from YouTube? I mean, are they asking for it, or?
I mean, they've never necessarily pushed the team in that direction, because the thing they realize was most important is the audience and the community that we've built on our site. That if we lose that, we don't have a business. You don't have an opportunity to build a business. So from that perspective, it's been great. They've always made it very clear of what we need to concentrate on. But at the end of the day, any business that's in existence is there to make money, and ultimately that's what we're going to be able to do. And with the tools that we're building for the site to make it more effective, to put advertising within the videos, ultimately it doesn't even just help us, it helps our partners. I think that's how we're approaching the situation. From a business perspective, it's great for YouTube as a business to be profitable, but if we don't have the community and we don't have partners that are producing great content, we don't really have anything. So for us, looking at how we're making money on the site is actually how are we sharing the money that we're making on the site, because that in turn helps our partners earn a living and sustain themselves and potentially create better content for our community and for the audience to view on our site. So that's how we're looking at that situation.
And what about growth? The service is already very popular, I think, in most parts of the world. So where do you see growth going? Is it adding more users, or adding more minutes per user, or adding having people uploading more stuff to the website?
I think it's pretty much all of those things that you've mentioned. We want people to upload more, and I think that'll organically, naturally happen when more people have devices in their hands. Cell phones have the capabilities of taking videos, and not only just a basic video, but HD quality video. I think the quality of the videos that people can take from their mobile devices is going to continue to increase. So just that will happen in time, and we probably still have some improvements to make that process maybe a little bit easier. We continue to try to make the site more streamlined, faster, and a better experience for our users to use. But that's one perspective. I think minutes on site is something that we concentrate on more. People talk about views, but with the length of videos varying widely. Typically for an upload we limit it to 10 minutes, but if you're a partner you can upload full-length movie, show content. The internet experience gravitates to shorter clips because it fits in with checking your email, checking the weather, watching a few clips in free time. But we're just concentrating on measuring maybe how much time people spend on our site and how much they would consume within that amount of time. But we have a long way to go in terms of if you compare YouTube to TV. The standard user or a member of the audience is consuming hours of TV versus minutes of videos of time on YouTube. So we still feel like we have a long way to go, and that's ultimately what we're trying to strive to do, is try to make up that difference. Well, right now they're different experiences primarily, unless you've connected your PC to the TV, or you have one of the newer TVs that maybe have an IP connection, or a device that's connected to the TV that's connected to the internet. But yeah, ultimately they will merge. But it will be different experiences. It will be an experience where you can sit in a chair, you can sit back, relax, and watch a great presentation. And the consumption patterns may change. People will be typically willing to consume longer length content when you're in that setting. You're not sitting behind your computer, having the opportunity to do many different things, multitask. Everybody's a competitor. They're not watching videos on our site, they're a competitor. But I think what they've been able to do is really validate what YouTube's all about, that people are willing to consume video online, and advertisers are willing to pay for that. If anything, it'll just accelerate our opportunities to get in front of audience, to get in front of advertisers that understand that we provide the same opportunities as a Hulu. You know, and they've built a great user experience as well. So we can learn from that perspective. But they're still relatively small, and they're relatively close. They're not a global platform. They're not a democratic platform. I mean, they're determining what they put on their site. They're operating potentially like a traditional broadcast network, and that's who's formed the company. They're not allowing individuals to participate as well. And I think that's really what sets YouTube apart, is that we never wanted to make those decisions up front. We wanted to provide opportunities for everyone, not just the networks and studios, who had always had the opportunities in the past, but all the way down to the individual user to have a chance to share their talent or experience with the world. So we're really, at the end of the day, much different than Hulu. But ultimately, if we want to be a platform that combines all types of video, our paths will cross. But at this point, all they're really doing is accelerating and validating what we need to do. That'll be the largest. That'll be the largest model for sure, and the largest opportunity that we've always continued to focus on, because we wanted to reduce as many barriers as possible for people to watch videos on their free time, and not necessarily asking them to sign up and require them to put in a credit card number and purchase a piece of video content before they start watching it. We want to make things pretty seamless. So that's what we'll primarily always be concentrating in the future. But I think there's going to be different types of content that potentially needs different types of models. And that will be more than just ad-supported content. There'll be transaction models that we introduce to the site that allows people to pay for different types of content, and potentially allows those windows, if you will, to transition over time. So instead of waiting months for a TV or a movie to come from theater to DVD to TV, it may be days or weeks for those transitions to take place, and hopefully our system's able to adapt and support that.
But do you have already some sort of paid content on YouTube?
Right now we have a feature called Click to Buy, which just allows a video owner to associate a link, maybe a link to Amazon for a DVD, or primarily it's used for music downloads, where iTunes or Amazon.
But not for consuming content on the site itself?
No, not
You don't
yet.
have to pay to watch it?
No. Right now it's all ad-supported or just free on the site. But in the future we will have transactions where people can make a purchase if you want.
To watch on the website?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess we do have one feature today that allows people to purchase some videos, download the videos, but it's not highly used. It's more of a feature to allow people maybe to take some of these videos with them, take them on, download them to the computer while they go on a flight, and the video uploader can determine if they're free or for a fee. But that's not necessarily what we're envisioning for the future. It's potentially going to be a more seamless streaming experience that lives in the cloud.